And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Wednesday. San Diego Comic-Con preview night is tonight, and we're busting in here with a brand new toy news / weekly purchases. I believe we did this last year as well. Wasn't going to do these videos. I told you guys last week and said, hey, no videos this week. However, a lot of stuff happening in the pickup department through the mail and, of course, at store level with the Target resets. So we got enough for our weekly purchases already this week, and we're not even through San Diego Comic-Con yet. And then there was toy news. I couldn't believe it. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as I'm filming this. Toy news coming through, so I figured we'd recap what we have so far, have a fresh slate going into San Diego Comic-Con, and in a mere matter of hours, I will be on the road to San Diego Comic-Con. I'll be there Wednesday through Saturday. If I see anybody out there, you see me, come say hello. Can't wait to see everything. There's going to be so much news. We're going to have our heads spinning, of course. A lot going on in San Diego Comic-Con per the usual, and we'll have videos all along the way. I'll probably do a daily vlog of what's going on. Maybe some deep dives into some panels, some pictures. Make sure you're following me on social medias as well, as I'll post pictures over there. Patreon, you can't miss that one either. A lot going to go on with the channel here the next week or so, so hopefully you guys are all here for it. But of course, we're going to do in the weekly purchases and toy news in this very video. We'll start with the toy news. Back half, we're going to do weekly purchases. But this week, we got a sponsor of the Toy News weekly purchases, and if you want to be a sponsor, hit me up. But this week's sponsor comes to us from a good friend of the channel. It is, of course, Jaleel White. Yes, Jaleel White. You know the character. You know the face. Now it's time to know his story in his new memoir, Growing Up Urkel, hitting stores this fall. Autographed copies available. GrowingUpUrkel.com. I'd get over there quick if I was you. They are going fast, I hear. They are going fast. Only a limited amount of those books. Probably going to be a bestseller. I don't know how it couldn't be a bestseller. So GrowingUpUrkel.com. Thank you, Jaleel White, sponsor of this very video. And if you want to be a sponsor, hit me up on a Messenger, whatever you want to do, and we can work something out. There you go. But let's get down to the housekeeping too. Of course, Patreon giveaway. Special July giveaway this month. Kevin Nash, all you got to do is sign up for the Patreon. Everybody that signs up, you are eligible for this Kevin Nash. And then, of course, the normal giveaway this month, Monday Night Wars. Bret Hitman Hart Walmart exclusive Ultimate Edition. This will be the giveaway this month over on Patreon. So 2 chances to win. Had a giveaway last weekend on the channel as well. So pays to follow along, I guess we'll say that much right there. But let's dive into the news here. And like I said, I was surprised how much news came through early this week, and we did find out on Monday, San Diego Comic-Con Mattel panel. Looks like it's going to be Zoe Stark, so you have to assume we're going to get a Zoe Stark first time in the line figure announcement. I think that's an easy layup right there. Sam Roberts, he must be emceeing it again. He did it last year as well. But the big get right there for me, I'm a big fan, so CM Punk is going to be there. So that's pretty cool. I guess he'll be in the Mick Foley role of last year. And then we will expect, or I will expect, somebody else to show up. I'm sure they'll have another surprise guest of some kind. They usually have at least one surprise guest come in there. So I'm pretty excited for that one there. They are having like an autograph session after. You have to win tickets for that kind of thing. I got iced out on that. And the one thing, you know, I have it all the time. I think anybody that goes to San Diego Comic-Con is like, hey, can you pick this up for me? Hey, can you get this? And I don't want to be mean saying no, but most of these things you get a limit 1. And unfortunately, you have to enter yourself into a drawing to even get a chance to purchase. And guess what? I got iced out on Mattel. So I got iced out on the Mattel Too Bad HBK. I can't even buy it at the show because I got iced out. I'm going to have to buy it online. Same thing with Jazzwares. Got iced out over there at Jazzwares as well, so not even a chance to buy that one. I was lucky they did draw my number, so I will be able to purchase the Hasbro Cobra Commander and the Marvel's Death Head. That's the only 2 I wanted over there. But a little rough go for some of these ones here. So we'll see. Super 7, all that kind of stuff. You just have to wait in line to get that one there. I think like Jada Toys and some of those other ones. I am doing a video on Kyle Peterson 2.0 of my pickup, my planned shopping list at San Diego Comic-Con. I'll talk a little bit more about that in that video. Kyle Peterson 2.0 is the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe over there. But it is tough. It's like, hey, could you give me cost plus shipping for Cobra Commander? Well, Guess what? I won the lottery for that. I got to get one for myself, obviously, but it cost a fortune to get San Diego Comic-Con. Airfare, hotel, rental car, meals, all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty rough ask if I've never talked to you in my life to say, hey, could you wait a couple hours in line for me to get that for cost plus shipping? It just doesn't work that way. As much as I'd love to help everybody out if I could, it just doesn't. I only got so much time, and you got to maximize your minutes. You only get a little time off once in your life, and it's not really time off. I'm going to be working pretty hard out there, but it should be a fun time, of course. And I'm very excited for the San Diego Comic-Con Mattel Elite panel, Ultimate panel, Main Event panel, whatever you want to call it. Pretty excited for that on Thursday, so more to come, of course, from that one, as you can imagine. We also saw this week Outsiders 2-pack, the ringside collectible exclusive. A lot of us scratching our head last week when we saw the packaging for the Steiner brothers. We're like, wait a minute, where's the Outsiders? Well, this week we saw the Outsiders. Fully expect to see both sets live in person at San Diego Comic-Con, I would have to imagine. So we'll take a look at those Thursday, or starting Wednesday night, I guess, with preview night. So stay tuned for that as well. Not done, though, with Mattel news. Target this week, it looks like they're coming out in the fall. Target Greatest Hits Legends. We saw that last year. A little bit of a frustrating set, a little harder to get, only on shippers, of course. I believe it'll probably follow the same thing this year. I guess we'll wait and see what happens there. But a heavy hitter list, if there ever was one. We got Ultimate Warrior, that first Ultimate Warrior from way back in the day in the Legends line, with the beautiful hot dog tan. They upgraded the tan. This is what I'm talking about. These re-releases, I want a little extra pizzazz, a little something different, and that's what we're getting. We're getting an updated tan on the Ultimate Warrior. King Booker coming back to the line. It's been a while since we've had a King Booker. That makes some sense. IRS, I think he's getting re-released because can you really do a different IRS figure? It's pretty much the same figure every single time. So straight re-release there. Kind of the same thing with Tugboat. I don't think Tugboat had too many different looks. So Tugboat's coming out. One of the greatest peg warmers of all time in the Mattel Elite line. He's getting a second chance to peg warm. We'll see if that happens this time around. And funny is, my stepmom, that was her favorite wrestler back in the day, was Tugboat, which is very ironic because in the same set, Greatest Hits here, the Warlord coming back to action, who's my dad's favorite wrestler, and of course Ultimate Warrior, my favorite wrestler. For the Peterson family, it's an exciting set. Let me tell you that much right there. No IRS fan and King Booker fans, I guess, in the family. Maybe I'll ask my daughters. I'm sure they're big fans of them. Who knows? But Tugboat, Warlord, Warrior, King Booker, and IRS, Greatest Hits Targets coming this fall. We'll see if we get a pre-order on those. But very exciting to get those back out. Anytime you get a new Ultimate Warrior figure, you know I'm in for it. I'm in for it all day long. But that's it for, well, I guess one more thing. Amazon, of course, Amazon came in, and I've also seen the tag at Target so far. Have not seen it in person yet. It is the Lowrider with Rey Mysterio. So we will be seeing that. Did we see that a year ago at San Diego Comic-Con for the first time? That could have been the case, if I remember correctly. But that should be hitting Amazon, should be hitting Target stores any day now. So if you're after that, check that out. But that is it for Mattel figures as of right now, until tomorrow, until Wednesday, of course, or today, I guess, as I'm writing this out here. Wednesday preview night, of course. But moving on to a few other things, we did see from Grapplers and Gimmicks, and I wonder if Mitch will have a San Diego Comic-Con drop. He might just say, hey, surprise, in stock now, something like that. I guess we'll wait and see. Who knows, by the time this video comes out, he might already have something out there. But we did see from the Regium line, we did see the Godwins. So we got the Hasbro-style Godwins. Now we get the more main event-style, elite-style Godwins here. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I love the idea of these. We can't get them from Mattel, so somebody's got to step up. And old Grapplers and Gimmicks, they're stepping up to the plate to release those. So we'll see what happens, but we did get some images going on right there. We also saw this weekend on Sunday, KWK, of course, we've unboxed the Minotaur, we've unboxed PN News. He is going to have a special live stream with the Fully Posable podcast. Shout out to those guys. Oh, they're living that Oakland A's life out there on the West Coast. Oh, living the dream, of course. A's fans all day long. But the Fully Posable guys and Sean from KWK will be having a live stream on Sunday. Check that one out. I guess they're going to have Ox Baker's daughter on there, and I think she's going to teach everybody how to do the heart punch. So that should be very beneficial for everybody. If you ever wanted to stop somebody's heart, you can learn how to do that on Sunday. Check out that live stream. Very anxious for the next round of KWK figures. Can't wait to see those live and in person here very soon. We also saw Figure Collections. They put a little teaser out there. Bone Crushing Superstars Series 2 coming. So who could we get? We'll have to stay tuned to that. Very cool figures, doing a scale in a line that nobody else is doing. There's something to be said about that there. Very excited to see those in the future and who comes to Series 2 there. Now moving on to a few other things. We talked about it last week in the toy news. Wolverine Deadpool pictures kind of leaked from the new movie. Action figures from Hasbro, of course. We got a better look at Wolverine this week. Man, that looks like Hugh Jackman to a T. Can't wait to see these. Can't wait to see that movie, probably sometime after San Diego Comic-Con, I'm sure. My kids want to go to it so bad, and I think I'll have to take them. Who doesn't take a 9-year-old to a rated R movie? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Parenting advice, I'm sure. But Wolverine Deadpool coming soon. I'm sure we're going to see those, of course, at San Diego Comic-Con as well. This week, don't forget, in all the San Diego Comic-Con hoopla, Thursday, we got Walmart Collectors Con. So much stuff going up for pre-order. Wish they could have done it a week or 2 or maybe 3 weeks later. Would have been really nice. A lot of money being spent on action figures this week. Just a rough week on the old wallet, that's for sure. We're all going to have to be donating plasma. We're going to need to get a late-night job at Lowe's on the overnight crew, probably stocking screws and stuff like that. You got to do what you got to do in this toy game. I tell you what. But we did see Walmart Collectors Con, and there's going to be a special appearance from Todd via the couch. He's going to be there in San Diego on a couch. Not my couch, unfortunately. Mark Summers holding down the couch, and more on Mark a little bit later here in this video. But Todd will be out there at San Diego Comic-Con. Can't wait to see that. I'm going to a special preview thing later today, for Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys, so we'll see what happens there. And then we'll go to his panels as well. I got to support my buddy Todd from the couch. Somebody's got to. I could be the only one there. Probably not. Mark Summers, wish you were there. You're not going to be there, though. You weren't invited. You're watching the dogs. I forgot about that. But we will see Todd live from Walmart and the Collectors Con. That should be a riveting conversation, I'm sure. Todd loves himself some Walmart, but he also loves Target, Amazon, GameStop. He loves everybody equally, including me. Shout out Todd McFarlane right there. We did see the Four Horsemen, 10 years of Mythic Legion, 25 years of the Four Horsemen. They announced a special drop on the 26th of some new skeletons. Army Builders, $26 a piece. Limit 4, I think it is. I'm going to have to pick up a couple of these. I'm living that Legion life, like good friend of the channel, Jeff George, of course. Living it in the Mythics world, living it in the Cosmic world. It's just living that Legion life left and right. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out here come Friday. It sounds like they'll have some other in-stock stuff as well. We'll take a look at all that. And then, of course, the biggest news this week and the biggest punch to the gut and the punch to the wallet was, of course, Mondo. Mondo always beating us up left and right. I already got to try to get Cyclops this week. That's going to be painful in itself. Only one of 650 on that one. But they did officially announce, they officially solicited, they officially put up for pre-order, shipping in February 2025, Scare Glow and Scare Mare. We knew they were coming. We just didn't know it was going to be $822 for both of them together. Oh my gosh, talk about a statement piece. Talk about an amazing looking piece. Maybe the horse isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. We're going to have to dig into that a little bit more. But man, putting the whole entire package together, especially Scare Glow, and I actually unboxed the last Mondo Scare Glow, Glow in the Dark. It's been on Patreon for like 3 weeks, so it'll eventually get to traditional YouTube. But I got a bunch of Mondo videos, a ton of programming over on Patreon at all times. So check out the Patreon. I do recommend it. Quite the value over there for all the videos you get way early and all the other bonus stuff. But this Scare Glow and Scare Mare, oh my gosh. I mean, like I said, a statement piece. It's going to be about this big. It's going to be able to take up that much room, so get your shelves ready. Very cool looking, glow in the dark, just so many accessories make your head spin, extra heads, just a ton going on with this figure. It is absolutely amazing. It's a showpiece. It's the first time ever Mondo has got to debut a new character from the Masters of the Universe. That's pretty cool, historic right there in Scare Mare. Just a wild, wild set. I mean, it's just one of those things that really blows your mind. But man, that price point blows your mind too. $822. You got a 3-week window to purchase it. I'm glad they didn't say, hey, it's 1 week and it's during San Diego Comic-Con, because this is not the week to put something like this up. But here we are, it's up, and you got 2 weeks after that. I'm going to probably pick this up. It's going to be very difficult, but I'm going to pull the trigger, but I think I'm going to wait till the very last minute to get my order in. It's just such an expensive piece. Might have to sell a few things in the collection to get this one, I don't know, but an amazing, amazing looking piece. I don't know. I did hear Jaleel White is picking one up with his pre-order royalties from his book. So shout out to Urkel, old Stefan himself, man. He's getting it done left to right, just like Mark Summers and Todd on the couch. I got to take better notes from this crew here. But man, oh man, I'd be interested to hear if you're picking up that Scare Mare and Scare Glow. An amazing, amazing piece. Just a very expensive piece. And then the final little piece of puzzle here, we had some late-breaking news on Tuesday and more Simpsons Jakks figures. You might see a little bit more of that here in a little bit in weekly purchases. Radioactive Man, Green Slime Homer. Were you involved in this? Was he taking the physical challenge, Mark Summers? What was going on with this Green Slime Homer? I haven't seen that since you on Double Dare getting slimed. No? Oh yeah, it was you. That's Sly Devil Mark Summers over there. He slimed Homer in an episode of The Simpsons. Season 4, you said? Season 4, he says. He personally slimed Homer, and that's what it's based off. I might have to fact check that. Mark Summers. But we got Green Slime, Double Dare, Physical Challenge, Homer Simpson, and then we got Mr. Burns, kind of Count Dracula and Mr. Burns here coming to the line. Radioactive Man looking pretty good as well. An interesting line so far, and I can't wait to unbox some of these on the channel to see, once and for all, what all the fuss is about. But there is the toy news, early toy news, just a couple of days, a lot of news. I can't imagine the amount of news Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from all the toy lines we love and support out there. So there's going to be a lot of content. Stay tuned to the channel, of course. Like I said, make sure you do subscribe. Now, normally this is the time where we do Album of the Week, if we're doing, of course, toy news, or it could be Question of the Week if it's weekly purchases. However, this is a hybrid here. Thought we'd do something a little different this week here. As Mark, you said you wanted to take the podium for something this time? Yes? Okay, so Mark Summers, he wants to do this special. We'll see if it's a hit. I don't know if it'll be a hit, Mark, but we'll see. But Mark Summers says he has the tip of the week.
Best tip to keeping your kitchen clean: don't cook in it.
And that is the Mark Summers tip of the week. And my tip to you, Mark, don't quit your day job. Just keep watching the dogs from the couch. It pays better, I think. So Mark Summers with the tip of the week, which brings us to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to business with the weekly purchases. And of course, just a couple of days since the last version of weekly purchases here on the channel. However, a lot's changed in just a couple of days, as we do know Target reset season upon us. A lot of stuff hitting Target stores right now as we speak. I was no different. I went to Target on Sunday, picked all this stuff up. So we got enough for a little bit of weekly purchases. So let's dive in. Let's start off. Let's start with a little wrestling. We're going to the Ultimate Edition line. Target exclusive Undertaker Ultimate Edition. I'm here for that, and I think most people are here for that as well. We keep on going. We got a little chase action here, part of Legend Series 23. Blue shirt, Big Bubba Rogers. Special shout out to David C. Anderson. He ordered this online. Got 2 chases, so he let me take one of these chases off his hands. Appreciate the assist right there. Looking good. And then, of course, you can't have the chase without the regular edition, can you? We got the regular edition of course, Big Bubba Rogers there. Looking nice. And then we finish off 3-minute warning. We got Jamal last week. This week, we got Rosie. We'll unbox them, of course, or we'll unbox Rosie on the channel. Got a lot of unboxings to do. Of course, this is going to take me about a month to get through all this stuff, plus the stuff from last week. However, if you're a Patreon member, you get these things weeks, months, years ahead. Check out the Patreon, as I always do say. Now, how about a little basic action? Or, I guess, main event. Mattel would say, oh, it's not a basic anymore. It'll always be a basic, I think. But how about Maxine Dupree? Series 149 of the main event line right there. Looking good. Eddie Guerrero returns to the main event line. Eddie popping up a lot of figures as of late, of course, between Ultimate Editions, 4-packs, things like that. Got that. A guy no stranger, but a stranger to the main event line. No, not a stranger there either, but it is main event Cody Rhodes. Good friend of the channel. Never met an action figure series he didn't like, that's for sure. Got the Miz from 149. Miz translucent jacket. How about that? That looks pretty cool if you ask me. And then the weakest link of 149 would have to be Sheamus. Pretty much run-of-the-mill Sheamus. Of course, you had one, you've had them all for the most part in the basic main event, Championship Showdown. You get the gist right there. So we need to get that going on. Gotta give a special shout out to my buddy old Steve out there. He sent this my way. I've not seen this in person yet. I do believe this is the chase. I know Mattel says it is not, but usually the image goes against what the chase is. So this is green. That would mean this is the regular edition. Over here, red, translucent. That would be the chase in my brain. I don't know. Mattel says differently, so we'll see what happens. But I've seen plenty of greens. Haven't seen very many translucent ones. So shout out to Steve for sending that my way. Definitely appreciate that. And we continue on with a little bit more. How about Turtles of Grayskull? We got Splinter. Once again, the Target exclusive Splinter right here through the door this week. Looking good. How about a little G.I. Joe? How about a little Tiger Force, my boy Flint's team? We got Tripwire, we got Roadblock, we got the latest and greatest. Man, Targets are swimming in these things already. Have to imagine, hate to say it, but probably a future deep clearance. So long gamers unite on that one. You might want to play a little of that long game on that repaint there. Back to Ninja Turtles a little bit. Movie edition. Shredder from the movie. Figured I had the 4 turtles, might as well get the Shredder to go with them. That's exactly what I did right there. Looking good. G.I. Joe love continues. Oh, we all got love for the Joes. We got Wreckage and we got the Tiger Paw. Absolutely loved the Tiger Paw when I was a little kid. Happy to have that in the classified line now. All these years later, the Tiger Paw coming in extra hot, and we're not done. How about a little McFarlane, a little Cyborg Superman through the door this week? New 52. Not the Cyborg Superman we wanted, but maybe the one we deserved. Who knows? We'll see what goes on with that, but Cyborg Superman through the door. Then we got old Otto. We're going to get what? Blotto with Otto. We got the new Jakks Simpsons line. Totally on the fence, but then I saw him in person. I pulled the trigger. We'll see what goes on with this line. We'll have to see what happens. But I got Otto this week, of course. Got Bart Simpson as well. Have to imagine I'll come across Homer and Groundskeeper Willie. I'm not too stressed about these. I don't think they're going to be that hard to get. And a nice price on these too, around $12. So not a bad price on those. We'll dive into some of these Simpson figures on the channel, or maybe Kyle Peterson 2.0. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Did find this one. This bad boy, and I think this might be the last one this week. No, we got more. We got more. We did find the Nightfall Batman vs. Bane 2-pack. An all-timer of a comic story arc back in the day. Have to display this one with getting bent over Bane's back. I think you have to do that one. But this is hitting Target stores right now as we speak. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the clock. Hot off the press. Hot off the doorstep. Man, oh man, things just keep piling up. I can't imagine if we would have waited to do weekly purchases after San Diego Comic-Con with all the stuff from this video, plus all the pickups from San Diego Comic-Con and anything in between, it would be an all-timer. But we're splitting it up here, probably thankfully splitting it up right here. But we did get some stuff through the door this week, or the last 3 days, I guess we'll say. And I got a lot of stuff here today. I did get another Undertaker, and I did get the Big Bubba Rogers Chase Edition through the door here today. It was one of those things I pulled up from work. I saw my front step had about 50 packages on it. I'm barely exaggerating there. And I said immediately, oh no, I forgot to cancel all my Target pre-orders because they all got moved to the 29th. They were supposed to be on the 21st. They got moved to the 29th. So I said, are you kidding me? I'm not waiting till the 29th. Went to a couple local Targets, picked up everything I needed, but I forgot to cancel the orders. Then they apparently shipped earlier because this is not the 29th. So got everything. I didn't bring all that down there because I'm going to take it all back to Target. However, I'm going to keep this Big Bubba Rogers Chase, I think. And I think I'm going to have 2 of this Undertaker. $22.99. I might hold on to this one here. So absolutely wild. Forgot totally to cancel those pre-orders. My poor wife, oh, bless her heart. She's going to take all that stuff back home in San Diego, I'm sure. So shout out to my wife, Angie. Shout out to Mythic Legions. We talked about them earlier. Did get one of the Furious 4 in the mail again today. I got one more coming, probably next week's weekly purchases. Trying to get the Furious 4 together. Most people have no idea what I'm talking about, and I don't even have an idea what I'm talking about. I'm just living that Legion life. I'm not deep in the weeds, but I'm living the life. You guys know how it goes. How about a little Simpsons? Got Homer, got Groundskeeper Willie. So I got both of these today, of course. Maybe have the other 2 as well. You know how it goes. But now I'm complete on this latest Simpsons wave, the 5-6-inch scale, 5-inch scale, I guess these are. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to open them on the channel, probably Kyle Peterson 2.0. That'll tell me if I'm going to go deep into the Simpsons life. I don't know. I really want to. The $12 price point really does help, and I could see these going on in a deal possibly, or you wait for a Target sale where you could maybe even save even more. We'll see what happens. Jakks has never been shy about having enough product easy to get. We see it with Mario. We see it with Sonic the Hedgehog, things like that. Have to imagine Simpsons might follow suit. We'll see what happens. There should be some San Diego Comic-Con Simpsons news here in the next couple of days as well. I think that panel overlaps with the AEW panel, if I'm not mistaken, so I probably won't be going to that one, but we'll see what happens. But now, we're going to round it out with good friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane. Todd threw up all over my doorstep and in the mail the last couple of days. Did get this, of course, Fire. Oh, I've got the Fire tonight. Green Fire, though, is what we got going on here. Got that through the door. Got the Gold Label Rookie and Mr. Bloom. Totally forgot about this 2-pack. This came through the door as well from Target. Got those two. And then the hits keep on coming. I went to Target just on a random at night to pick up some groceries. What did I find? Platinum Edition Reverse Flash, that new 52 back in action. Watch out for the Cyborg Superman. We got the Reverse Flash. And then I found Metallo just chilling on the steps as well. He was on the steps, the pegs, chilling on the pegs. And then after that, I said, oh my gosh, this guy's here too. And it's the Sportsmaster Platinum Edition. So found these all at my local Target. Pretty excited to pick those ones up. Pretty happy to have those. And then I did get a message? How about a package in the mail from the McFarlane Toy Store? Part of their digital thing. I don't know the whole rigmarole of it all, but I entered my code in the McFarlane website and I got this whole set for like $50, something like that, which was a heck of a deal. It is the Green Arrow. Man, this is my classic Green Arrow. I'll talk about that in the unboxing. A lot of nostalgia for that one right there. We got Superman and his bird. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Still not a huge fan of this Superman oversized body, but it is what it is. Got this one right here. And then the final piece is the Atom ×2. Even comes with a smaller version of himself, which I think is pretty cool, all things considered. So a heck of a lot going on in a Whoa Stop the Clock weekly purchases. And speaking of Target, we got another AEW exclusive from Target. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, of course. Beautiful packaging on this one. The figure, we'll see, but I do like the packaging. I think it does display very well in the package here. Target exclusive once again. And then the final piece of the puzzle, the latest and greatest, the SmackDown 4-pack, of course, from Mattel. Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Eddie Guerrero. Talk about your heavy hitters. Talk about your Hall of Famers. That's what you got right there. So quite the day, just in between weekly purchases, just 2 days in between. A lot of stuff through the door, and you got to imagine this week with San Diego Comic-Con, so many pre-orders coming, and then of course all the stuff I'll be picking up at San Diego Comic-Con. We'll have another big weekly purchases on the back end. So quite the wild week it's going to be. Once again, stay tuned to the channel for San Diego Comic-Con coverage. You better follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram, so for pictures and stuff like that from San Diego as well. And if you want to see something over in San Diego, if there's something, you better hit me up so I can try to take a picture of it or something like that. But I'll try my best when I'm out there. Obviously, a lot of people in your way. Hard to get around sometimes, but I'll do my best. I'll be there, boots on the ground, trying to find everything. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see Sergeant Slaughter there as well. Maybe we get down to some Nemesis Enforcer talk. We're both going to say, don't call him Immortal, it's an Enforcer to us. That's what we're going to say. Or he might say, what's a Nemesis Enforcer? You never know what might come out of Sergeant Slaughter's mouth, as we do know. But quite the week of pickups here. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you pick up in this short, abbreviated week? What are your plans for San Diego Comic-Con exclusives online, Walmart Collectors Con, all that kind of fun stuff? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit up the old Patreon. Like I said, so many unboxings to do. Patreon's going to get way ahead on a lot of this stuff. Just only so many videos you can put out every day to YouTube. So a lot of extra will go on Patreon. It'll eventually get out to YouTube. So check it out if that is your thing. Of course, don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And I already told you where the social media links are, so you know where to go by now. So there it is. A little pre-San Diego Comic-Con haul toy news video. Appreciate all the support out there. And you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way to San Diego.
Best tip to keeping your kitchen clean: don't cook in it.